Today we are headed up north and we're taking a new franchise to the city of Toronto, and we're moving to Canada here. And of course, to do that, we're going to go and put them in the north, and we will with the AFC North. And usually you'd go and delete the Browns, but you know what? I'm tired of these dang Bengals, and literally, as I'm commentating this video, they literally just kept Zach Taylor for another season, so I'm done with them. We're going and nuking the Bengals and freeing Joe Burrow. So what we're doing here is we're going to go and try to see if we can get the country of Canada a Super Bowl trophy, and we have 0 players on our roster. We're building it from the ground up. And how about for our quarterback position, going after a guy who I think is very much deserving of an opportunity at this point in his career, Malik Willis, to go and be our day one starting quarterback. A self-imposed rule I have is I'm not going to go and sign any of the players I just cut with the Bengals, so I'm not going to go after Burrow and Chase and all them. That wouldn't be very fair considering I just cut them and we're trying to build something completely new. Also, when it came to setting where this team is from, you couldn't set Canada in the team builder, so I just said Alaska because with the way players in sports behave, especially you can go and look at the closest comparisons being like the Toronto Raptors, for example. Nobody wants to play in Canada, so I would imagine nobody also wants to play in Alaska either. It's unfortunate because I do think the Canada teams deserve a little bit more respect, and when there was like the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Toronto Raptors, and I'm fine with Canadian teams, but it seems like none of the players ever want to sign there. So you could see how little interest we are drawing from a lot of the free agents, and we're going to try to stick to some players that are interested in signing with us. But to try to build a great team in Canada, you're going to have to probably do it through drafts and maybe some trades as well. I mean, the way that you can look at, like, the Raptors, for example, they had to go and trade for Kawhi Leonard, and even then, they won a championship, and he still left after a season because he just did not want to play there, which is just hilarious still to look back on. But here's the top free agents that we were able to sign, getting Deshaun Wright, Colton McKivitz, Kamani Vidal, and how about some other guys? Alante Taylor, Malik Willis is eventually going to sign with us, and I think it's a nice couple of players. We're also, obviously, being an expansion team, I got us the #1 overall pick. That's only fair. That's kind of how this works. But here's what the roster is going to look like. I signed about 35 players, and getting a lot of broken toys and rejected pieces and random guys on this team. I don't know how good it's going to be for us, but here is the draft. We get the #1 overall pick, and a lot of teams, I feel like when they're an expansion team, they make the mistake of going and drafting a quarterback immediately and setting him up with nothing to succeed. There are a few quarterbacks in this draft, but I've narrowed it down to 2 players for the #1 overall pick. Matthew Mangus looks like an incredible wide receiver. I mean, the vertical is crazy. He's like 6'4", incredible player. And then how about a top 5 talent tackle? Starting the team off with a foundational offensive line piece, another incredible athlete at the tackle position. So I think those are maybe the 2 best outright players in this class, maybe not overall wise, but we made our selection. And how about starting things off with a wide receiver? Matthew Mangus looked really crazy. Like, I just was so in love with the height, weight, speed, physicals. He's not going to be the fastest guy in the world. He's going to have around 89 to 90 speed, but you combine that with his just physical profile, the jumping, everything. He is 6th overall in true talent, so it's not even like we reached or anything like that. Like, 6th is perfectly fine. But how about 98 jumping, 77 strength at 235 pounds? I mean, like, he is just a monster. Like, 89 speed for a guy that big, that's pretty good, especially with his acceleration, agility, and everything like that still being up to par with that jumping. In the 2nd round, how about a cornerback? Let's go and build the boundary, get somebody alongside Deshaun Wright, Dwayne Billups, 13th ranked in the draft. We got him at 33. That's another hidden development player, 6'1", 94 speed with some solid coverage potential. In the 3rd round, I was looking at some players here, and I mean, basically, when you're an expansion team, you just take the best guys available to you, and tight end was a pretty loaded position that wasn't getting a lot of love, and I thought, how about Donald Hutchinson? I mean, we already went a strong, big body wide receiver. How about we just get some big body pass catchers overall? He's the elite strength tight end, so he's going to be up there, and Let's go with him. How about giving a quarterback like Malik Willis something to succeed with? He is also hidden dev at 250 pounds, also 77 strength. And then how about this guy, Ben McCormick, elite speed, elite jumping. He's got good athleticism up and down the board and a potential undrafted free agent guy. Yeah, I'm going to take him right there, 41st in true talent later on in this class, and he looks to be an absolute monster as well. So we end up with 4 really nice players. That defensive tackle McCormick being a 6th round draft pick. So we're going to also go and obviously look at the undrafted free agency and see about Trent Aldridge here, 21-year-old, 72 overall wide receiver. I thought that was really nice to go and add onto the team. And how about he's really low, he's a 63, but star dev rookie tackle. This is what the team is going to look like, and after a little bit of training camps, Matthew Mangus is up to an 82 overall, and everything like that is going to be looking really nice. So I don't know what this team's going to look like. It's not very good, but for an expansion team day one, you could do a lot worse, I feel like. So we're going to hop into their first game just to kind of get an idea of what this team's going to look like. And I don't know how long it's going to be before we go and make the playoffs. So we're going to be the Toronto Raccoons here. And if you want to know why, I did some research. You know, I didn't want to just label a random team. I did some research on this, the city of Toronto. The most prevalent animal I kept finding was beavers, but I didn't want to do the beavers. I wanted to do a team that didn't like exist, because like the Oregon State beavers are already a thing. Every other thing just kept it up. Like raccoons are very popular in Toronto. Any Canadians out there watching, you can let me know, but they just kept saying raccoons are really popular in Toronto, and like they're everywhere, and they just are so populated. I read something that was like 75,000. And also, just me personally, you know, just getting into some non-football talk, I think raccoons are like a peak animal. I love raccoons. I think they are hilarious. I think they are fun. And why not? Has there even ever been a team called the Raccoons? I have not known one. Maybe there's some high school team out there that's got the ugliest looking jerseys you will ever find. So I whipped up this team in like an hour. Just thought I'd put something together. I like creating the teams and doing something a little bit different, a little bit unique. So I don't know, maybe you think it's ugly, maybe it's lame. I don't know. I just wanted to throw something together. But Toronto, Canada, here we are taking on Carolina. And look at Chuba Hubbard on the big run. I really don't know how long this is going to take for us to find ourselves into the playoffs, but so far in our first game at home, we're looking pretty decent. And a 1-point game is where we stand with 5.5 minutes to go, as that's a first down carry for Rico Dowdle as he stays in the backfield. That ball caught as Tommy Tremble will get him 4 yards. 3rd down and 6 for Young. Throwing it outside. There's Chuba Hubbard to the 5-yard line. It's goal to go, and Carolina looking for the 8-point lead. And Rico Dowdle runs it into the end zone. They will settle for the extra point. They could have went for 2 to make it a 2-score game, but Malik Willis looking to pull off a little bit of magic here and see if he can get this team a 1-0 start. I don't got the statistics in front of me to know how often a expansion team wins their first game, but we are at the very least in the running for it, as we are at the 1.5 minute mark. 2nd down and 6 from the 37. Willis, low pass, and there's a flag down. It's holding, so that might derail us, as it's going to be 2nd down and 16. We're out here with the number 1 overall pick, Mangus at wide receiver on one side, and an undrafted guy, Aldridge, on the other. But Malik Willis on the ground with a big run. He gets the first. Willis, he's going to use his legs again, and he's got a first down again. And Malik Willis doing what he does best, and that is using his athleticism to his advantage, the dual threat. And Malik Willis has been sitting and waiting for his opportunity as he goes to the end zone. Touchdown with 40 seconds to play, and it's the number 1 overall pick, Matthew Mangus, for the potential tie. 2-point conversion. Willis scrambling in, and we're tied up with 40 seconds to play. And have it from the 38 is Bryce Young. First play of the drive, 3-man rush. He's gonna throw deep on the run. It's picked off. Cameron Curl picks it off and gets a nice return all the way to the 43-yard line with 25 seconds to play. And we can find ourselves getting into field goal range here. Will it be 1-0 for the Raccoons as we are at just maybe 20 yards away from field goal range? Willis is going to run again. Willis is going to get a good run there. And I said about 20 yards. That was pretty dang close to it as he throws to the outside. And I think that's out of bounds. There you go. Field goal try after the 7-yard gain from 49. Kick is good. And we take home a win in our first game. And this Malik Willis-led squad, not the likeliest of winners, but here we are. And not only that, a shocking start. Look at us. We're doing pretty dang good right now. At the midway point, Malik Willis has got himself into some MVP talks. We go a little further onto this season. We're 8-2. But the bad news is Malik Willis has dislocated his hip at 8-2. Which means we then lose our next 3 games. We're 8-5. We get to the end of the season. Willis finally back. And it's enough to get us to the playoffs. We made the playoffs in year 1. What in the world? I don't know if an expansion team's done that before. I gotta do some research on this because what in the world just happened here? I mean, Malik Willis, in games that he actually played, went 10-4. They went 10-4 as the starter because we went 0-3 without him. So we're gonna go on the road as a wild card team against the division-winning Pittsburgh Steelers, and maybe we're gonna be off to a hot start here. I mean, number 1 overall pick Matthew Mangus has been helping us out. Trent Aldridge, the other receiver, has been just as productive. And I guess I look pretty smart rolling with Malik Willis, who had himself literally in MVP conversations at the midway point in the season. Obviously, he didn't end up finishing in the top 10 due to the games missed, but still, I guess we look pretty smart not taking a quarterback, but this is a weird matchup here. That's a deep ball to DK Metcalf, but their quarterback is Gardner Minshew. What kind of playoff world are we in? Just 1 year into simulating Madden, and we are sitting here watching a Gardner Minshew versus Malik Willis playoff game. Steelers wind up settling for a field goal after the sack, but we are here, start of the half, basically still a 10-point game as Willis will throw outside. There's Matthew Mangus, number 1 overall pick, and you can see the superstar Dev attached to him. Maybe looking like he was the right move as he gets another grab there. 3rd down and 1. Willis snakes it, and I don't know about that call, and I also don't know about this decision. He snapped that ball. If you go back and look at where he snapped that ball, it was ahead of the first down marker. What do you mean that's not a first down? What was that call? 3rd down and 10. Minshew throws it outside with a completion to first down. And we are really paying for not going for it on that 4th down. But also, it should have just been a first as Minshew on the run gets it out short, and a first down completion once again. As we are halfway through the 3rd quarter underneath, that's going to be a grab. And another short play with a catch and run that turns into a first down. Minshew, quick drop. They're just trusting Gardner Minshew in the air. And there's Pat Freiermuth getting free, breaking a tackle. And Freiermuth, 46 yards on the play. As with 2 backs, they give it to the fullback and a touchdown for the Steelers to go up by 17. As, I mean, yeah, maybe this is all the Steelers needed to finally win a playoff game. They didn't need Russell Wilson. They didn't need Aaron Rodgers. They didn't need, who else? Mason Rudolph. Whoever else they've been starting, they needed Gardner Minshew was throwing it deep, and it's incomplete. We had a quick 3-and-out. We're threatened to force a 3-and-out of our own on defense, where Freiermuth is not going to get there. So trading 3-and-outs, and we really need to put some points up on the board. There's a completion. That's Trent Aldridge, and the undrafted wide receiver getting some real play time. He ended up emerging as kind of our number 2 of this season. We had John Dotson and Ryan Flournoy also getting opportunities, but Aldridge really just stepped up for us. As speaking of stepping up, Willis stepping up and running for 9 yards as we end out the third quarter and a first down run. We head to the fourth. Second down and 10, Willis underneath. That's going to be broken up. 2 defenders there. Third down and 10 for Willis as we really need to get a big play, and there's our chance. There it is. It's caught. Touchdown. There he is. Trent Aldridge. A touchdown, and Aldridge coming up with a massive play as it's now 31-21, and one play. There you go. DK Metcalf. Touchdown. And DK Metcalf acting like we're a rogue Lions fan in the stands with the way he just maybe punched our hopes out of winning this playoff game, and we might be all done for in round one as the completion to Kamani Vidal. Willis has had a wild statistical performance, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards, a lot of interceptions. It's been just everything Willis, good and bad, but you're seeing the good here. A run to the 9-yard line, and maybe if we put it in the end zone here, still a chance. Willis, he'll scramble. Willis got it. Touchdown. And we're right back down by 10, but can we stop Gardner Minshew? I never thought I'd have to ask that question before, as Jalen Warren will lose 2. Run defense not doing too bad. Just need to get Gardner Minshew down off the play action just like that. Just making sure he couldn't even have a chance to throw. Now 3rd and 16. With time, Minshew throwing. Dave is open. DK Metcalf. We're making him look like a monster. Oh my goodness, DK Metcalf should not be doing this to us. As he had a completion for 8 more. 3rd down and 2. Can we hold? No. If we held to a field goal, there still would have been a chance. It would have been a 2-score game still. 6 minutes to play. Minshew, is he going to run? No, he'll finally throw. And another completion. They're going to have it at the 3-yard line. Jalen Warren is not going to have the first. 4th and inches. They're going for it. A huge play here. This could seal the game. Minshew making a move. Touchdown, Gardner Minshew. What in the world am I witnessing? Malik Willis, we jump ahead to a 4th down where Willis throws an interception. And that is going to probably end things here. 45-28 as they go with under 2 minutes to play. Jalen Warren on the handoff, and Warren breaks off a tackle. Break it 2, make it 3. Oh, Jalen Warren! Just making us look silly. Touchdown. Definitely going to wrap things up here. 52-28. We get to the last play of the game where Willis will find the end zone for a touchdown. Matthew Mangus getting the #1 overall pick in the end zone. It ends 52-36. And we could not stop Gardner Minshew to DK Metcalf. Oh boy. Malik Willis ended up throwing for almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks, and also ran for 63 yards and a touchdown. Mangus had 11 grabs for 133, but we let Gardner Minshew go for like 400 plus and 5 total touchdowns. I mean, what in the world was that game? That was ridiculous. So that'll be a chaotic end to season 1. Malik Willis, he missed 3 games. He threw 29 touchdowns and 12 picks, and I think he's definitely earned himself at least another year as this team's starting quarterback. But you can see Mangus actually got outdone statistically by his undrafted counterpart, Trent Aldridge. So, you know, both the #1 overall pick and the undrafted rookie had 76 catches. Both had double-digit touchdowns. I still don't think we made the wrong pick. I just think maybe we have 2 good receivers instead of 1. And to the defense, oh my goodness, we had 5 guys get 100 tackles plus. That is really not good. But how about Ben McCormick, our 6th-round D tackle, getting 9.5 sacks as a rookie? 6th-round D tackle getting that much sack production. We will take it, as I think we did a really good job in the draft getting some nice players. Trent Aldridge ends up winning Rookie of the Year, so he goes up to superstar dev. Jackson Dart and the Giants take home a Super Bowl over Josh Allen and the Bills. This is our free agency, not a big one, not a lot of players interested, like I said, so we're just kind of trying to shore up this team. Osiris Torrance, Lucas Van Ness, and Mac Wilson are going to be fine starting caliber additions to this squad. And then our biggest acquisition is going to end up being Braden Smith at right tackle, and we're going to end up moving him around. We're going to have him and Colton McKivitz. I mean, it was the only decent player that was interested in us, so I just thought, why not? And we have the money, so let's go and make the move. So that's going to be our free agency. We head to the draft where we're definitely not working with the number 1 overall pick, but we're working with the number 20th overall draft selection. And I scouted running backs. I really wanted to find one, and I think we found a special one, but he is all the way down here in the undrafted territory. Bart Blackwell is a first-round talent, 21-year-old running back. So I'm going to pass up on drafting a running back round 1 and go and try to get Blackwell later on, which means we go to safety, where we have Cameron Curl currently, but I think we could use another safety to pair with him. Oscar Jimenez is going to move to free safety, and he is 31st in true talent, but hidden dev out of Oregon, so we're going to have our starting safety duo. I think we also still need some edge rush help. We signed Arnold Ebiketie last year. We got Lucas Van Ness. How about we try to draft and develop a guy 21 years old out of Texas A&M? Is a classic Texas A&M player. 270 pounds, freakishly athletic. Probably needs a lot of work and refinement, but we're going to try to see if we can develop him. Emmett Batch, 67th in true talent. Hidden dev, 89 strength, 83 speed, with some nice attributes for a guy his size. We will take that. Linebacker, definitely feel like we need linebacker support here. We signed Mac Wilson, but how about we go and once again get a guy that can actually be a legitimate starting player for us for the future. Mike Parrish, hidden dev as well. We're trying to go all the way with hidden devs. Bart Blackwell, we're going to circle back in the 4th round and end up picking him just to make sure we get him because we know he is a good player. So Bart Blackwell, how about 8th overall player was sitting there in the undrafted section. Hidden dev, 91 speed with 84 strength as a power back. That is 4 for 4. Let's make it 5 for 5. Joey Larson at guard. Looks to be pretty decent. He's also sitting in the undrafted territory. And there he is, 46th in true talent, hidden dev. We've got, 5 of the top 60 players, and we end up with a very, very nice draft class. The unfortunate thing is I think we might have been proven to be frauds last year, winning 10 games, because we come back this year and have the worst record in the league at a 4-13 record. That is weird. I do think we overachieved last year, but then we underachieved this year. Malik Willis, 24 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. I mean, it definitely is a worse season overall. Less touchdowns, more picks. He was healthy. I don't love it. Blackwell, 750 yards. But how about Matthew Mangus coming out and really showing the talent there? A 1,300-yard, 11 touchdown season, and he did it while also missing 2 games. Mike Parrish, that's a crazy season for a rookie linebacker. 162 tackles, 6 for a loss, 3 sacks, 2 picks, 8 pass breakups. Yeah, I think that's a pretty deserving Rookie of the Year win for Parrish. So we'll take that as we go and see Matthew Mangus making a Pro Bowl. So, you know, maybe in year 1 you were questioning, hey, did we maybe not need to take him and we ended up finding our guy in the undrafted section? No, I think we made the right decision. He's a star. As Parrish, as a rookie, also makes the Pro Bowl at linebacker. And you can see Defensive Rookie of the Year. Lions win the Super Bowl and the Chargers go down. Mike Parrish, superstar depth for him. And we're getting a good bit of dev luck here. Dwayne Billups randomly just goes up to X Factor. I don't know why. Oscar Jimenez, too. He was superstar. He just goes up to X Factor. I don't really know why. They didn't make, like, they didn't win an award or anything. They just went up to X Factor. Like, I'll take it, obviously, but, like, I don't know. That was weird. We'll be happy with that. We're going to go and try to sign Nolan Smith, try to even upgrade more at edge rusher, A.J. Barner to maybe be our number 2 tight end. And let's go and try to pair Mac Wilson, Parrish, and Dre Greenlaw together. Greenlaw not interested in us, but I went after Nolan Smith because he, once again, was one of the only decent, good free agents that legitimately wanted to be here. It's rare to find that, so even if edge rusher wasn't at the top of my list, go and take the talent that's interested in you because you don't get much of them. We also do end up getting Greenlaw, a long snapper, and A.J. Barner. But we went from the number 1 overall pick to having the 20th pick, and now we're back here at the number 1 overall draft pick. And I was thinking maybe to give Malik Willis a chance again, but our Monty Cooper is sitting here, and when you find a quarterback who has top 5 talent, I don't think you can really pass that up. Malik Willis is nice, but you can't throw this opportunity away. I was fine if there wasn't a quarterback I was in love with to just roll with Willis on a contract season and just kind of see where things end up. But this quarterback class, they gave me something here. Amari Cooper is going to be the guy, and maybe if Malik Willis was able to play as well as he did at times, and we have Matthew Mangus being a Pro Bowl, maybe all-pro caliber receiver with some improved weaponry. Yeah, number 2 ranked player in the class. I mean, to get a quarterback that good, 96 throw power, 82 speed, he's a freak. He's just going to be really, really good. So you can't pass that up. I mean, if it was just like if the quarterback was like a round 1 to 2 talent, I think I would have maybe passed, but I can't pass on that. Go to the second round where we're once again targeting cornerback. It's going to be Dante Irvin. We just got Billups to jump up to X Factor. So how about Dante Irvin, 61st in true talent, but we'll take the hidden dev once again. From there, just looking for some of the other best players I could find in this class, and just so happened to stumble upon another linebacker, Wyatt Shepard. I mean, we didn't need a linebacker that badly, but you find a nice player like this, yeah, I'll take that. Another hidden dev Iowa linebacker. And then, how about this guy? He is a tackle who is 6'9", 368 pounds. This dude is a mountain. He is not a high overall, but he is a hidden dev. He can't move to save his life, but like, that is just such an interesting player. He's a 64 overall. He ends up having superstar dev. So, I mean, we'll put him on the back burner a little bit and develop him. We might have some. A 6'9" tackle is crazy, and I guess maybe the future plan for Braden Smith. Also, you can see Rutledge, that dude who was a 63 overall star left tackle as an undrafted, he's now a starter as a 76 overall. I gave him a big contract extension because he was on a 1-year deal, obviously, so I've just been developing him. He's a starting tackle. Malik Willis on an expiring contract. We're actually going to trade him, and we got a nice trade offer here. How about Jordan Addison to add to this receiving core? Do we need Jordan Addison? They don't need him, but to have Addison, Aldridge, and Mangus all together, that's a pretty good receiving core. We start the season midway point 4-3, but Amari Cooper, after 4-3, dislocates his knee, and he misses 5 weeks. It ends up kind of costing us. We played for the division in the final game of the season against the Steelers. We end up losing, and not only that, we lost because Cooper got hurt again. So he ended up missing 5 games and then getting injured in the final game to determine a playoff spot. That really hurt us quite a bit. We would have made the playoffs if he was healthy. But we just lost too much without him, and going out in the final game to determine our playoff spot, we cannot see that happen again. Matthew Mangus, though, 1,300 yards again, 14 touchdowns. Addison, 1,000 yards. Aldridge, just under 900, and Hutchinson, 700 yards. So the passing game was doing its thing, starter or backup. And the rest of these guys on defense, Emmett Batch had 8 sacks, so he's starting to emerge as a legit player for us. Billups, 5 interceptions and 9 pass breakups as well, so a really nice season from him. And we once again missed the playoffs, but going from the number 1 overall pick to 1 game out of a playoff spot, it's definitely improvement that we will take. And now the expectation going into next season is that Cooper could stay healthy, we can get a little bit better, and we can make the playoffs. That's definitely kind of where our trajectory says that we should be headed as the Jets. It's hilarious that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase both signed with the Jets. What's not so funny is Amari Cooper, he won Rookie of the Year, superstar dev. He's regressing, though. Why is our rookie quarterback regressing? I don't know. That's concerning. Quinn Miners, though, 98 overall free agent guard. He's interested in being here. We got money. I would like to think we have our quarterback of the future. So let's go out there and pay a boatload of money while we have a rookie contract to go and get a guy to protect him. On top of that, how about Taliese Fuaga? Because Braden Smith, he's kind of, on his way out. And while we do have that superstar tackle, he still is a really low overall. And I don't know for sure if that guy is going to end up being a great player for us. It still remains to be seen. Jacob Parrish is going to be another player we go after, an 88 overall cornerback, so he's looking really good. We also threw in an offer for Brashard Smith to be a backup running back. So we end up signing Quinn Miners, but we don't get Jacob Parrish. Leaves us a little extra money that we could play with. How about we go after a different Buccaneers defender and pair McCormick with Vita Vea? That would be a big help. And we do get Vita Vea. We do not get Fuanga. So we end up going for a different option. Spencer Brown is who we end up signing instead, who's a little bit more of a short-term piece for us. So Spencer Brown will kick out to right tackle for us while we continue to develop that other guy. And in the draft this year, I wasn't in love with this class. I thought it was a pretty lackluster class. And we end up with a really nice offer from the Jaguars to trade our 14th overall pick for 2 first-rounders in the future. And we end up going safety in the second round, Dalton O'Sullivan. I've been really loving the second round DBs and have been targeting them pretty heavily, but he is just a normal dev player. Niles Bryan, how about another cornerback? And, you know, we can always use more cornerback help. Nashawn Wright, I would imagine, isn't going to be on this team for that much longer. He's pretty nice, though. 64th in talent, normal dev, though. So not as lucky with this draft class. William Calhoun at center is going to be a hidden dev. There we go. That's something we can at least be excited about. And then this one out of nowhere. Look at this guy, Eddie Long at punter. Last pick of the draft, second to last pick of the draft, actually. Number 1 true talent, 99 kick power. And he has 99 power, 99 accuracy, and he's an 87 overall punter. I mean, sure, why not? And speaking of sure, why not? Let's sign Kyler Murray, old washed Kyler Murray, to be our backup quarterback. And this is what the team is going to look like. The offensive line, a lot better. Quinn Miners and Spencer Brown on the right side. Jordan Addison heading into a contract season. Vita Vea added. And on top of that, getting some of these other players a little bit further on their development. We're going to re-sign Dwayne Billups, who is an X-Factor 88 overall cornerback. We're going to give him a big contract extension, 6 years, over $20 million per year. And another guy who's been phenomenal for us, Ben McCormick. How about from 6th round pick to one of the highest paid D tackles in the league, making 24+ million a year. Donald Hutchinson, 17 million a year at tight end. And Matthew Mangus took a lot of negotiations, especially since he wasn't interested in signing. He didn't want to be in the cold weather. But we end up signing him on a $50 million per year contract. We are 9-6. We get to the end of the season where Armonte Cooper dislocates his hip. Mangus is out for a week. He'll be fine to go for the playoffs, but we end up just getting into the playoffs at a 10-7 record, winning the division. And we're taking on this Titans team, but look at this nonsense. William Parrish just threw for 5,800 yards, but you're telling me Wan'Dale Robinson just did this? 2,200 yards and 30 receiving touchdowns for Wan'Dale Robinson? He had 5 200-yard games? What is going on in this sim? Well, this is the story. We're taking on this Titans team that just had the greatest QB to wide receiver connection ever. William Parrish to Wan'Dale Robinson. But not only that, we're walking into this game without Armonte Cooper. We don't have our starting quarterback. Instead, we're starting Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, washed, old. He's been forgotten about and thrown to the side, but here he is starting a playoff game. Murray overthrown. It's 7-6 to start off the third quarter as Murray will hit Aldridge underneath, and that will be a 3-and-out as they go. Parrish handing it off. They're going to worry about the run game, too. Everything on this Titans offense is spectacular as Parrish throws to the outside. That ball caught, and there is Wan'Dale Robinson with the first down. I cannot believe this dude caught 30 touchdowns in this season. Had 5 200-yard games, and let's hope we don't give him a 6th one as the run. Titans getting it going to the ground. They got R.J. Harvey in the backfield. Quick pass, incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 11 from our 28-yard line. Parrish over the middle. That's caught. Spinning off a tackler and a first down as they go in motion from the 13-yard line. Quick to Wan'Dale and Robinson to the 5. 3rd and 1. Parrish sneaks it. First down Goal to go at the 3. Parrish, he'll run it, and William Parrish is going to scramble it for a touchdown. He made a thrown for over 50, but he can also run it too. 2-point conversion. Parrish is going to run it in for 2 more. It'll be 14-7. Kyler Murray, can you give us something? As Murray down the middle, flag is down and it's picked off. Immediately it's picked off, and the flag, only thing that can bail us out, it will not holding, and Kyler will come right back off the field, and the Titans and their offense will go right back out there where they hit a big strike down the middle, and Parrish to the 6, handoff R.J. Harvey is down to the 1. That's real close. Parrish is just going to finish it off. Touchdown, and William Parrish has just ran it in again. 21-7 as Murray will throw. Passes deflected at the line. Second down and 10 from the 31. Pass to the outside. It's caught. Aldridge makes a miss. Trent Aldridge gone. Touchdown. And that's the spark we needed to give ourselves a chance in this one. Let's hope next time we touch the ball we can get some more consistency out there. As with 2.5 to go, 3rd down and 8, Parrish underneath. There's a completion and a broken tackle. Gets past the sticks, and that's brutal. As they keep the drive going, and R.J. Harvey has also been really good. 5 yards there. Go back to him. Harvey, first down, lot more, making a man miss, breaking a tackle, another 34. Harvey nearing 100 yards of the game as we're nearing the 4th quarter. That's another completion and another first down. Parrish can't be stopped here. We're underway. Final quarter. Pressure's in, and a sack. Nolan Smith and others got in. 3rd and 17. Parrish fires, caught in traffic. What a ball! And Parrish looking for the 2-score, leading in, touchdown! And can this dude miss a pass? We go back out, Kyler Murray. What do you got? Kyler is going to have a completion. Matthew Mangus, I'd like to see a little bit more of him getting involved because we need it. Bart Blackwell is going to carry it for 9 yards on the play from the 45. Murray is going to look and throw over the middle. That's caught for a first down. At the 41-yard line. Down the middle, there's Trent Aldridge again, and Aldridge over 100 yards on the day for him. 18-yard line, Murray got it to Mangus, and Matthew Mangus, touchdown! 1-score game again, but does it even matter if you can't stop this Titans team? We need to get a stop badly. Harvey is at 100. 3rd down and 9, though. Will it be a 3-and-out? Parrish is going to find a receiver. Caught out of bounds, though. Couldn't get there. We finally get the stop. Now what do we do with it? As a completion will get us a few. 2nd down and 6. Murray will fire over the middle, and Mangus for the first down. 6.5 to go. Handoff. Blackwell. Got him for a solid 5 yards. 6 minutes to go. Handoff. Blackwell again. And he's down for a loss of 3. 3rd down and 8. Kyler is looking, throwing deep, and putting it up there. It's underthrown. Picked off. That ball just hung up there, and it was a jump ball for not Matthew Mangus. I mean, I don't know what you're doing there, but the interception was by the guy we just tried to sign, Jacob Parrish. We had a contract offer out there for him. He chose the Titans, and I guess maybe he chose right because his Titans squad is just a few plays away from winning this game, and they got us using an injury timeout there. Players getting banged up, and a completion where he's not going to be caught. Touchdown Titans once again. Just one stop was all we were able to get, and we did nothing with it. We threw a pick, and that was us needing to play maybe as perfect a football as we possibly could, and it not happening, as an incomplete pass there will set us up. 3 minutes to go, 4th and 7. Murray is incomplete, and the Titans are going to probably take this one, end up settling for 3, but fine by them. They go up by 17 points, and we jump ahead to see Kyler Murray throwing a pass to the outside, which is an incredible grab. Aldridge, though, fumbles the ball, and an incredible catch, but he puts it on the ground. And as if we didn't need another, just a final nail in the coffin there, Kevin Winston gets And that'll do it, 38-21. And I mean, I can't say for sure we would have won if we had our starting quarterback, but we would have had a better chance at it at least. And that's already 2 seasons of Armonte Cooper where he has had 3 different injuries, and now missing a playoff game is brutal. I mean, hey, we held Wan'Dale Robinson kind of in check relative to his standards. I think we'll take that. But Jacob Parrish, 2 interceptions, really destroyed us there. Armonte Cooper was amazing when he played. 35 touchdowns to 4 picks. He just didn't play enough, as Bart Blackwell gets his first 1,000-yard season, just barely over the mark, but 1,000 nonetheless. And with all the Wan'Dale Robinson hype here, hey, look who came second in the league in yards and touchdowns. Matthew Mangus just had a 1,700-yard, 20-touchdown season at a 99 overall, and you could see what he has turned into. He has upped his everything every single year, and now, I mean, you're looking at an absolutely special player who had a 200-yard game himself. But man, yeah, we need to just keep on adding, but make sure Armonte Cooper could stay healthy. We had 3 double-digit sack guys, Nolan Smith, Batch, and McCormick. 11.5 for each of them, and with the 16.5 from Nolan Smith. I mean, this team, I think they're ready to make some noise here. Cooper still made the Pro Bowl, and Mangus, #1 wide receiver, only because of the fact that the Titans made the Super Bowl. So you don't see Wan'Dale Robinson in there because the Titans end up going all the way to the end, and in the Super Bowl with it all on the line, they cap off their historic season with a victory, 26-14. So we did lose to the eventual chance, who had the offensive and defensive player of the year, because Jeffrey Simmons also had like 20 sacks, because why not? Now I end up keeping Mac Wilson. Jordan Addison, meanwhile, I mean, we weren't in a spot where we could really pay a big long-term contract, so Addison's going to end up walking. Still, though, we traded Malik Willis for 2 productive years of Jordan Addison. That is fine. I think we're ready to kind of move on with some cheaper options, especially considering we paid Aldridge a long-term cheaper contract, but also we have Matthew Mangus making $50 million a year. We could probably use some cheaper options at wide receiver. We end up signing a left guard, Jason Foley, and Terrence Hamilton at cornerback to be our #3. So we'll take that. 2 solid players. Head into the draft where we are looking for these other final touches, these final pieces to go put us over the top, put us over the edge. And after getting rid of Jordan Addison, I was looking at wide receiver, and also Cameron Curl needs to be replaced. I think going Glenn Lindsey, we drafted a safety before in the first round. How about we go and get that other side locked up? Lindsey, only normal dev though, so a little unfortunate. But with our other first round pick, because remember we had the Jaguars first round pick as well, I wanted to go wide receiver here just to get a cheaper, nice #3 option to replace Jordan Addison. Obviously, among all these receivers, probably none of them are going to be Jordan Addison good, at least in the first 2 years, but maybe a chance to get something along those lines. So this is kind of what we were looking at. Jerry Lang was the other one, elite jumping, no combine though, looks really nice, but I think I ended up going with Ray Clavio. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, but that's going to be the pick here. And for a #3 receiver, 11th in true talent, but again, normal depth. So that's unfortunate, but we still take that. Second round, how about edge rusher? I am a little worried about Nolan Smith's likelihood of being on this team long term, and that's not going to really help us maybe. But with the quarterback injuries that we have suffered, I think it's important to spend a later 3rd round pick on a quarterback who I think looks pretty decent, Mike Mahone, who is going to be our 3rd round pick that we have to actually invest a legitimate draft selection into trying to get a backup quarterback, because we've had 3 injuries in 2 years. So here's what the team looks like going into this next season, and I think it's ready. I think we're ready to go and make some noise in the playoffs. We just have to hope we stay healthy and hope everything can go all right. We go through the first week of the season, we lose, and Armonte Cooper dislocates his knee in the first game. This is ridiculous. He's played like he's gotten injured 4 times. And he hasn't even played 2 full seasons. So we end up signing Blackwell and Parrish to contract extensions, very well deserved. We eventually get Cooper back, but he then breaks his collarbone. And he's out 7 more weeks, which is the rest of the regular season. And Armani Cooper ends up only playing 7 games. That's the least amount that he's played. He's gotten 5 injuries in 3 years, and they're not minor injuries either. Like, these are all injuries that are like a month plus, and 2 of which now have happened at the end of the season or take us into the playoffs, where once again we are entering a playoff game with no starting quarterback, and we have to go and roll out Mike Mahan because they gotta go and deal with injuries again. And this is why we spent a 3rd round pick on a quarterback, because I feel like we have to. We're relying on Mike Mahan to get a playoff victory. And we're starting with a low scoring 7-3 game. And can we get better from some of the past quarterbacks that we have had to come off the bench here, as Blackwell will have a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4. Mahan play action, and he's gonna get sacked. Well, Franklin gets him down 3rd and 13. Mahan with the 4-man rush gets it outside. Aldridge shy of the line. They'll punt it. And we turn things over to Drake May, where we have an interception off the bat and picked up by Cameron Curl. Touchdown. And I said when we drafted a safety that Cameron Curl is probably going to need to be replaced, but he's doing his best to keep that job for as long as he possibly can, even though he's past 30 years old. As Drake May, 14-3 the score. May on the run, intercepted again. And Drake May struggling, the defense shining and making it easy for Mike Mahan to try to get it out here and not have to worry too much. But when he's making a play like that, that was really impressive. Off the head, gets it out, and Mangus will have us getting close to the end zone as Blackwell takes us into the red zone. Another run here gets us to the 3 as we're going to take a 3-score lead if we can find the end zone. But Blackwell just goes down for a loss of 2. Now hand off to the backup. Lost more yards. 3rd down and goal from the 7 as Mahan sacked. And we'll take 3, so we'll keep it a 2-score game. But Mahan is at least not making any crucial mistakes. If he's going to take sacks, it is what it is. Just make sure we can keep points on the board and let Drake May make the mistakes, as he'll go play action here. And with just 3 points on the board, 2 interceptions in this 3rd quarter, he needs more plays like that if he hopes to come out here on top. 37-yard line. May, right side, gets it caught. And another one to about the 21-yard line. Ben Fowler back-to-back grabs as they go play action again. A lot of play action, not a lot of running. Fowler has 3 straight grabs. Then it'll be 2nd down and 2. Make it 3rd and 2. May tried to go play action again, but you can't fool us. You can't keep getting away with that. Sacked by McCormick. And there we go. Forcing the field goal to keep it. A 2-score game is right down the middle. The Humphreys with the grab for a 1st down and a big play. I mean, subtly. Oh, I won't say subtly here, though. Blackwell, big run. I was going to say subtly. Humphreys has turned himself into like a 99 overall type of tight end. Like, he is up there as a sack on Mahan. 3rd and 21. Can we just stay in field goal range, Mahan? There you go. Run and break a tackle. Mahan will take double-digit yards as we head into the 4th quarter with a much easier field goal try. Kick is good. 20-6 your score. And so close to just being able to finally get Armani Cooper into a playoff game. May has had a rough performance as he will find a receiver to the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 3 from the 46. May, quick out. Got him for another one. Fowler has just been the go-to guy for May. It's like 5 catches in this half as May down the middle, broken tackle. There he goes. 23 yards, and with 9 minutes to play, maybe the Patriots can finally find the end zone. Check it down. Travion Henderson has 8 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3, though, as they'll find a receiver, but it's jumped in front, picked off, taken back, and a nice return on top of it. There's our number 1 corner. Billups coming up big, as Mahan just got to keep it moving, keep it playing safe. He's done a good job just steering the ship. It's been what you want from a backup quarterback, what you expect as he's throwing it deep, and this time getting dangerous and almost caught, almost picked. They'll go 3 and out, and a completion there is going to actually be ruled a catch, even though the ball got jarred free at the end. I don't know about that one. 4th down, May, completion. That was a weird call there. It looked like he got the ball knocked out when he went to the ground, but they called it a catch, so they'll keep on moving. A 1st down there as the Patriots move with 4 minutes to go. They'll run the ball, and a stiff arm puts him on the dirt, gets him out of bounds at the 27. 3:50 to play. May is going to find a left side receiver, and inside the 10, May has had no touchdowns up until this point, but looking for his first, and he'll get a little bit closer. 2-yard line, make it the 1 from 3rd and goal. May, end zone, Fowler again, touchdown Patriots, and it's a 1-score game. As now we go turn to Mahan. You got to make a couple of plays. You can't just steer the ship, serviceably. You need to make a play if you want to end this game, and that's a big one there, Aldridge. 1st down. Now get a couple of more of those. Blackwell on the ground. 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Blackwell again. There's the 1st down. And there you go. One more to end this game as the handoff is going to result in a 3rd and 11. But Mahan, there you go. QB draw. Just make it safe and punt the football away, where Patriots will have just under 40 seconds. They got to go 91 yards with no timeouts. And 8 yards on that play isn't going to help them all that much when they're in the field of play. And Drake is getting sacked. Emmett Batch's 3rd of the game. 4th and 15. Now you got to go 96 yards. And you got 15 seconds to do it. So it looks like, barring a miracle here, Toronto gonna hold up for a playoff victory. And how about one more pick for good measure? Parrish has another one. And a win in the playoffs. The first in the history of the Toronto Raccoons. And they had to do it with a backup quarterback, as Drake May played awful and Mike Mahan played fine. He did what he had to do. As Fowler had 9 grabs, and we just had to play some good defense, which we did. 4 picks and a bunch of sacks as well. All right, that means our Monty Cooper is coming back, and we are in a matchup against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They got it at home, though. Can our Monty Cooper, now it is playoff debut. He's been a part of 2 playoff games where he has just had to sit the bench and watch, but now can our guy get the job done here as we start the second half up? They're down 14-10, and he got sacked. 3rd and 18, and Armani Cooper picked off. Leo Chenal takes it back to the 16. It's not how you want to start the half, as Mahomes takes over already with a lead. And then underneath, there's Noah Gray, who, just because why not? He's become a star tight end in the absence of Travis Kelce in his retirement, as Rashee Rice gets him down to the 1-yard line. Mahomes will sneak it into the end zone. Touchdown Chiefs, and a 2-score lead for Armani Cooper to overcome, as the defense not playing too hot this week, but to be expected when you're going to take on one of the all-time greats in Patrick Mahomes. Is Blackwell going to be in a 1st down run? Now it's going to be really up to the offense. They can't just hope that they could win with 13, 16, 20 points. They got to at least score a couple of touchdowns here if they're going to want to come back in this one. I would feel like, as Cooper is going to go over the middle, picked off Leo Chenal again. And that is just brutal, as Armani Cooper's playoff debut not going too good right now. Mahomes taking the shot deep. Ball is knocked away. And questions are going to start being asked if Armani Cooper drops the ball in this game. I mean, injuries. 5 injuries in 3 years, and then a playoff disaster. 3rd and 13. What a grab! And that was the rookie receiver coming up with a big play. And now Blackwell. He has 6 on the play. But what will questions look like if Armani Cooper loses this game and can't play any better than what he's doing right now? As Cooper from the 13 gets it outside. There's a catch and a broken tackle on the 4-yard line. Cooper now, 1st and goal from the 4. He'll run. Cooper, touchdown. And Armani Cooper, that's a nice response. They can't get the 2-point conversion, 21-16, as the catch for Rashee Rice will put him to the 39-yard line. A run there will get him right at midfield. Fourth quarter almost upon us. Swing it outside. Rashee Rice, catch and run. That's what he does best. And Rice, 15 more yards. We're on to the fourth quarter, and Mahomes is driving. Over the middle, caught. As this 3rd and inches, Mahomes dives ahead again. 21-yard line. Mahomes down the same. Touchdown, Chiefs. And we're right back down by 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. Pressure on Amani Cooper more than ever. Can he do it? As from the 47, they'll set up the screen. There's Blackwell, and he makes a man miss. Blackwell, first down. 37-yard line, man in motion. They go play action. Over the middle, right in the face of pressure, Matthew Mangus. That was a nice throw from the 11. Play action again, out to the flats, and there's Mangus. That'll be 5 more on the play. 3rd down and 5. They send the blitz. They beat the blitz. Gets it out and a touchdown. And there you go. That's a nice drive right there. As we'll make it a 1-score battle. And the defense, 3rd and 1, you just can't stop a sneak. That's another one that works in the Chiefs' favor. So I think they're like 3 for 3 on sneaks so far in this game. Can't sneak it here, though. 3rd down and 8. Mahomes, free rusher, sacked. Toronto takes over with 3.5 minutes to play. Cooper got hit, delivered in. Humphreys, big hit on him, but he's just going to get that first down. We'll go to the rookie receiver to get 3 on the play. 3rd down and 7, 2-minute warning about a hit. And they'll go right down the middle. And it's Mangus, first down and a big play at the 27. Cooper finds Aldridge. Aldridge stumbling his way through the 14 as we are headed for the lead. Will it be? And just 11 yards away. 116. Draw. Cooper breaks a tackle and he'll get 4. 3rd down and 3. As you wouldn't expect it 2 times in a row. Cooper, touchdown. You weren't expecting the draw twice in a row. Cooper keeps it for a score. 2-point conversion now with 40 seconds to go is good to give us the 3-point lead. And now Mahomes has 39 seconds after the kickoff. He's got to go and get about 30 yards for field goal range. And Rashee Rice, that's a nice start. That'll be at the 38-yard line. Now looking for another first down as they are going to get shy of it. Burn a timeout. 1 to go. And there it is. Rashee Rice past enemy territory. It's a 59-yarder from here. Makeable, but can you make it easier? Mahomes, they're out of timeouts, and Mahomes runs. First down, they run up, they spike it, and the field goal to send us to overtime is good. And Armani Cooper responded well to the adversity to get us here at 21 points in the second half, and all of them touchdowns by Cooper. Now we go to the Chiefs, who get the football first to start overtime, and they're already dealing with a 48, but it's 3rd down. Mahomes, 9 yards out. They'll throw it down the field. He's got a step, and he couldn't reel it in. Toronto takes over from the 8, and they'll lose 4 on first down. Now they're at their own 4, and they only get a yard. 3rd down and 13. Cooper in his own end zone. It's sudden death. He's throwing it deep. He's got it. Blackwell. Can it go? 95 yards. Touchdown for the win. Armani Cooper. And he silences the doubters, at least for now. He may be banged up, he may be injured all the time, but in his first playoff battle, the adversity wasn't too much. He outduels Mahomes in the second half and gets it done. 435 yards, and he had 2 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns to go for a grand total of 5 scores. And getting the job done to go to the AFC Championship against the Indianapolis Colts. And what a wild year it would be with our quarterback missing 11 games counting the postseason to still make the playoffs, to miss him for our first playoff game, only for him to finally make his playoff debut in style and take us to a Super Bowl. Colts in the halftime mark will get the football. It's 26-14, so another deficit to try to overcome Jonathan Taylor with a first down. As the Colts, they could very well start this half off by making it a 3-score game, as their quarterback's been having a great day. 3 touchdowns on the game, over 220 yards. Our defense isn't helping us out too much today, as the Colts inside the 30. There he goes. And the 27-yard line. Jonathan Taylor sprints through the middle. Taylor! 1 man away from the touchdown. Still 21 yards on the play. And out of the end zone, broken up. Need to hold them to a field goal here. Get it out to Taylor. And he'll break 1, not 2. Out of bounds. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 10. They'll kick it. And it will be a 15-point deficit by the time Cooper touches the football, and there's Matthew Mangus. Gotta get him involved as much as possible. That's our superstar. That's one of the best, maybe the best receiver in the league, as that is another good Bart Blackwell run. From the 30-yard line, they'll get it to Humphreys. 10 more. 2nd and inches from the 20. High snap. Gets the draw out. Gets a first down and more. Down to the 4. They'll rule him at the 3. And now for the score. Cooper finds Mangus. Touchdown. 2-point conversion. Will it be on its way? For the 1-score game, they will just kick the extra point, save the 2-point conversion for another shot, and they'll get a pick on the first play of the drive. Picked off, and a huge mistake made. Shepard gives it, went right into his hands. It just was gifted to him. It was a bad throw, and the defense gets lucky there, as they'll go to the flats. Fullback has a nice little grab for a 4-yard gain. 3rd down and 4. Cooper will throw over the middle, and there is Aldridge to the 12-yard line, as Cooper will throw outside. Mangus again, and Matthew Mangus for 7 more. There you go. For the tie. Can you get to the end zone? He's a yard shy. Right at maybe the half-yard line. Blackwell handoff. Bart Blackwell touchdown. And a 2-point conversion away from the tie. Can you get it here? Cooper. End zone. Hangs on. We're all tied up. Just like that, it took us about 6 minutes to come back from down 15. And the defense with a nice turnover, but Armani Cooper is playing great football right now, as we'll head to the 4th with the Colts at the 33-yard line. They'll go read option, and he'll stumble forward for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 2, as Indy looking, scrambling, gets it out, and he has it out of bounds to preserve a field goal try. Kick on its way, almost blocked, but the kick is good. Indy on top, 32-29, as Blackwell on the sweep is going to get caught for a loss of 2. 3rd down and 7. At the 10-minute mark, he'll find his receiver, Blackwell, out of the backfield. And Blackwell playing so well when he gets his opportunities on the ground and blocking. He can catch too. He had the 95-yard touchdown. Mangus running through a defender. Look at Matthew Mangus just trucking a guy. How many receivers can you see do that? As Mangus first down again now at the 10-yard line. And Matthew Mangus hitting out of Blackwell. This is just a strong, powerful team full of guys who refuse to go down. Touchdown, speaking of it, Hutchinson, the other one, the tight end, gives us the lead. And Donald Hutchinson has us up 36-32 with 6.5 to go. Now we go down to the 6-minute mark with a 5-yard gain there as a read option. A big run. They'll have about 19 on the play. At the 43-yard line after a first down shot, they'll have Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield for a first. Just like that Indian scoring range, you can settle for a field goal here if you really want to. I would imagine they aren't going to want to settle for that, though. The opportunity very much presenting itself. Taylor finds a lane to get to the 7. Goal to go. 3 minutes to play. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor. Runs through him and touchdown, just ran through Jimenez. And the Colts are up 39-36. Amani Cooper right down the sidelines and running through a defender, Matthew Mangus. And Mangus, can he be stopped? As they're going to have an 8-yard gain there, the 32-yard line. 2 minutes to play. And a catch once again for one of our just incredible receivers. We just have so many great weapons on this team. 5 yards. Cooper, carry. They'll have 2 more. A minute to play. 3rd down and 3 from the 20. Cooper got a completion out of the backfield. The backup running back from the 11 now. Cooper sacked. JT brings him down. Tough spot to be in now. You go for the win. You go play it safe for overtime. 3rd and 13. Cooper, he's going to scramble. Cooper for the marker. He's not going to quite have it. 4th and inches. They won't risk it. We're going to overtime again. Here we are. First drive of overtime. It's going to be the Raccoons with the ball this time. Toronto with it. 2nd and 6 yards as Cooper outside. And what a ball. Caught at the 46. Armani Cooper is special when he is healthy. He's over 400 yards on the game again. Cooper over the middle. Caught. There he goes. Aldridge. Touchdown. And once again, another big play in overtime. Armani Cooper, how many quarterbacks could say they threw for over 400 yards in each of their playoff first 2 starts? And our offense got it done. Defense, 2nd and 16 after the sack. Down the middle, that's caught. Colts, not done yet. They're not going to roll over in this one. They're going to keep this shootout rolling as they throw it outside. Nice breakup by Billups. 42-yard line, 3rd and 10. Open man, Josh Downs. He'll have it 21 yards over the middle. Again, another great pass. He's over 400 yards. And for the tie, for sudden death touchdown, Colts. Well, offense, you got a little bit more in you. Blackwell runs it, and he's fighting for a first down. He's got it. 2nd down and 11. Sudden death overtime. Next score wins as 3rd down and 6. Cooper will throw on high, and he can't reel it in. Got hit in the back, and we had to punt it. Now it's the Colts' turn, and Indy. Oh, 20 yards from Jonathan Taylor, and will it be the Colts? No, not yet. Mike Parrish with the sack. It's 3rd and 18, and that drive's been ruined. Got another try at it as Mangus on the catch. 5 yards. I mean, Cooper nearing 500 on the day. If he gets it all the way down the field here, that's going to be a completion. Humphreys for a first down at the 48. Cooper down the middle. Mangus got him to the 10. And the field goal for the win is good. 49-46. Raccoons, Toronto headed to the Super Bowl behind Armani Cooper. 500 yards, 44 of 53 and 4 touchdowns. How many quarterbacks could say that not only did they throw for over 400 yards in each of their first 2 playoff games, but they won each of their first 2 playoff games in overtime by just being clutch? I mean, I think you can see it now. Injuries are a worry, but when he is healthy, he is everything that you could want a franchise quarterback. Super Bowl time, taking on a team that's already won one in the last couple of seasons. Jackson Dart, the New York Giants, coming off of a Super Bowl win a couple of years back. They've been perennially in contention for another one. Looking for it as we'll go into the second half, and this has just been the story of this team in the playoffs right now. Another double-digit point deficit. It's just not a first-half team. The defense allowing 21 points and adding on to it potentially as Dart delivers a dart for a first down as Scattaboo breaks off a tackle and can Scattaboo for 4 yards. 3rd down and 6. Dart to the air. Passes deflected at the line. Toronto will get it at their own 3-yard line as Blackwell finds a hole, gets the first down. That'll be 15 yards on the play. Cooper will throw over the middle, and that's going to be caught for Aldridge. As you just got to stay cool, got to stay calm, got to keep doing what you've been doing the last 2 games, and you'll make this comeback just like you did the previous times. As Cooper outside quickly, Mangus first down, just barely, but he's got it. Cooper to the air again, another completion. Just efficient, effective, 3rd and inches, sneak it, first down, and there you go, moving into the Giant territory. This could be a 97-yard drive to get yourself back in the game 14-yard run from Blackwell. Backup running back checks in, and he gets a big run as well to the 18-yard line. What a drive this has been. Set up the screen, gets it out where he makes a move and has 3. 3rd and 7. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Cooper, end zone, touchdown, Mangas! What a drive, and what a job from this offense. Now we go to the defense. They've had plenty of rest and a lot of time on the sideline. Should be well rested and good to go as they go 3-0. And we could go out here and tie this game in this drive as Mangas gets the grab to start things off, and he is just so difficult to bring down. How many receivers are built like him and move as well as he does? I mean, he's just incredible. As Cooper strike, and no, Aldridge had it in his hands, couldn't reel it in. 3rd and 7. Cooper with time, and incomplete. Gotta punt it away. That's unfortunate. You had that strike to Cooper all the way to Aldridge. 2 defenders were there, but it was a good throw, I felt like. Just tough to bring in, couldn't do it. And now Jackson Dart taking back over. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, clearing out the backfield. Scattaboo, they swing it out to him. And Scattaboo, tough to bring down on first contact. Took a second defender to get over there. Last play of the third quarter. And Dart has a receiver. And he'll have it at the 4th and 2 mark. No going for. They will punt it. And this fourth quarter kicks off with Armonte Cooper. Does he got that clutch game tying drive in him as he'll fly it down the field? Incomplete, 3 and out. And Scattaboo, now the defenses are starting to wake up a little bit on both sides. 2nd down and 13, and Dart swats for a first down. I formation, they go play action. Dart floats it out left, gets a wide open receiver with a lot of room to run. Just so much room. I think we just forgot about him. Now at the 23, Dart is sacked by McCormick. It'll back him up to the 30. I don't know if we can find them getting out of field goal range. Maybe we can. At the 36, 3rd and 23. Dart open, no, caught, touchdown, Giants. 3rd and 23, and Theo Johnson all the way. And now it's a 14-point game for Toronto. 7 minutes to go. Cooper outside will have his receiver, Humphreys. But you need to do a lot now, as you got to find the end zone on this drive. You go Aldridge, first down. Aldridge to the 46-yard line. Back to the line with 5.5 to go, as Cooper will go to Humphreys, and it'll just be 3. 3rd down and 5. Running it with the backup back, and he doesn't get it. 4th and 5. Your game probably on the line here. Play action. Cooper under pressure. It's incomplete. Giants take over. It's Scattaboo running through this defense. I mean, he's just not gotten a lot of yards, but he's definitely worn the defense down a little bit. I mean, it takes 2 to 3 guys to bring him down every single time, and then it opens things up for Jackson Dart, where he's going to run, and Dart for a first down where he fumbles the football. Oh, it's scooped up. Jimenez, take it. He's going to go out of nowhere. Scoop it, score with 2.5 to go. And this Super Bowl's not done yet. Giants might have given us the opening we need. We just have to stop them now to give our offense a chance to tie it. Dart down the middle, Theo Johnson. And now we can't allow another first down. Dart is going to find a receiver, and it's 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard pickup. Stop Scattaboo. We do their 3rd down and 1. 2-minute warning, and it's going to happen. Giants snake it for the first down. Unnecessarily kick the field goal at the very end just to pad on extra, and they'll win it. We go down in the Super Bowl. And the Giants find another ring where we are still waiting for ours. But the fact that we made it, given the circumstances of this season, I think we at least proved that Armonte Cooper is ready for the big time, as he did not have a great Super Bowl performance overall. But, I mean, the 2 previous games to get us here were pretty dang impressive. And I think we just need a little bit more and just some health. I mean, when he played 13 touchdowns, 2 picks in 7 games, Mahan had to play too much though. Blackwell, almost 1,200 yards, just 4 touchdowns. We are not getting a lot of rushing touchdowns out of him. Maybe because the touchdowns are going to Mangus, who had 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns again. So a little bit down on the yards due to the backup quarterback. But, I mean, that's also another thing. Imagine what Mangus can do with a healthy quarterback out there. Like, he hasn't had a healthy quarterback either. Jackson Dart wins Super Bowl MVP. Wan'Dale Robinson still just being amazing. And we are running into some cap troubles as well. Oscar Jimenez, who has been great for us, X Factor, Super Bowl touchdown. He doesn't want to sign. He rejects us. Then Emmett Batch, who is an edge rusher, premium position. I mean, we want to keep him. And we had the money to keep, one of our top players, but he doesn't want to sign either. So Batch is going to be the one we franchise tag. We can't franchise tag both of them. We have to let one go and dip into the negative to franchise tag. Joey Larson, we're also going to try to keep him around, a center, but I don't know how this is going to really work for us because it looks like we're going to be losing more, and Larson does end up staying around, but yeah, we are stuck with Batch and Jimenez. And yeah, I mean, we have to pick between one. One of them has to leave. We're going to go with the edge rusher because also Nolan Smith is walking as well. So Nolan Smith has only got like a year left on his contract, I think. And as you can see, we're not going to be able to sign him. Or Monty Cooper, his contract is expiring. So we're going to spend one of our top picks on Jerry Robertson, an edge rusher, 6'6", 271 out of Oklahoma, hidden dev. And with our original first round pick, we had just lost our safety. Some of the other guys that we drafted, normal dev, not the greatest. So Kelvin Brackett at safety is going to be where we go to try to replace Oscar Jimenez. Having those 2 first-round picks in back-to-back years did really help us, with some financial stuff, because here is at the point where kind of running out of money and are going to need to make some tough decisions, which you already have made tough decisions, and paying some of these top players. I mean, when you're paying a wide receiver $50+ million a year, get another hidden dev defensive tackle. Go back at cornerback. Dion McClain is going to be another hidden dev. So we're doing pretty good in that regard. Bob Edwards, try to get a backup running back for a cheaper option because the backup running back does get some run on this team. Hidden dev as well. So we did a pretty good job there filling out what we could. And here is what the team is going to be looking like. So from here on out, it's basically like, yeah, this team is ready to go to win a Super Bowl. It's just a matter of if we can get it done, and can Armani Cooper also stay healthy. So we are going to eventually sign a guy like Matthias Medina. Remember him, 6'9" right tackle. He did end up developing into a starting caliber player for us, so that's nice. Trent Aldridge, we end up giving him a nice contract. Emmett Batch took a lot of negotiations, a franchise tag, but we do eventually get him signed as well. And we end up seeing, guess what, a broken thumb from our Monty Cooper and another month-long injury for him. So we end up simulating again all the way to week 10, where Cooper dislocates his elbow as well. And he's on an expiring contract. So the reason I waited till last to give him money is this reason. Like, can we rely on him? So we end up pulling through and winning 10 games, but we had to go 6 more weeks without our quarterback starting. That is literally a third of the season without him. So we went in the division. We're cool. We're fine. Cooper is healthy. He is playing for the playoff game, but another 2 injuries. I'm losing track now. What are we at? Like 4 years and 7 injuries? Is that where we're at right now? 7 injuries in 4 years? Like, that is unheard of levels of just terrible injury. I don't even know if I want to call it luck, because it's just straight up injury prone. Do you want to pay $70 million a year for that? I don't know. He's really good when he plays, though. We're going to try to focus in on this game against the New York Jets, though, where all that matters is stuff like this, where Matthew Mangus is going to go 46 yards for the touchdown. We're busting out the gray jerseys. I made like 5 jerseys for this team, so I might as well use them all. And there's the gray alternate, so, like I said, I might as well use them if I made them. I just got a little carried away when I was making the team. And the Jets, though, 14-14 your score. Joe Burrow already won a Super Bowl. Him and Jamar Chase did it together in New York. And, you know, all they have to do to make sure Joe Burrow can succeed is just dismantle the Bengals and their terrible organization. Free him. And he got a little bit of a defense, a little bit of help, and he won a Super Bowl, and he is ready to go back to another one, and he is well on his way to taking the lead here halfway through the third quarter. Burrow to the outside. Oh, it's picked up. Take it back, and I don't think he's going to be caught. He's going to make it all the way and turn around and taunt his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Toronto. Every year, though, it gets a little bit scarier. It's scarier with the way this team is set up right now. This is our window. This is our opening. And will we just not be lucky? Will it just not go our way? And will Cooper just not be able to stay healthy? I mean, he stays healthy. I know we're in the playoffs and he's healthy now, but I mean, we very well could have gotten the number 1 seed. Like, if we went 10-7, missing him for a third of the year, we could have won 12, 13 games with him. That's the frustrating part, as a pass to the outside is going to be caught for a first down. And this Burrow-led team is scrambling. He's getting to the end zone, and he doesn't quite have it. They'll back him up 3rd and goal, where Burrow throws. Caught. Touchdown. And the Jets tie it up 21-21 as Cooper closes up this third quarter on this drive with a Humphreys pass to a 5-yard gain. 3rd down, halfway to the sticks as Cooper gets it out. Mangus, first down. Mangus, after the long touchdown, getting involved again with another catch. Minute to go in the third. Check it down, Blackwell. He'll have another 5 yards, just 5 yards at a time. We're on to the fourth quarter as Cooper, incomplete. They'll have to punt it away as the Jets take over, and Breece Hall has a first down run to 15 yards as the Jets now, when they were in position to take the lead last time, they threw a pick 6. Can they rectify it this time around and actually cash in, get the lead? That's Garrett Wilson! Big play for Garrett Wilson. Just think that this team signed Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and they already had Garrett Wilson, and they already had Breece Hall. Can you imagine how good this offense was? If Mason Taylor developed too, and they got another superstar out there, as an incomplete pass will result in a field goal try. Kick for the Jets is good. And it'll be 24-21. The lead is theirs as Blackwell on the toss. Gets a nice block from the fullback. Springs him free for a first down, running a gain of 15. As Blackwell will have us closing in 2 first downs away from maybe field goal range. That's 5 yards there. We'll set up 3rd down and 3 for Cooper. To the air. Quick slant over the middle, and it's broken up. And the Jets take over again. The offense just not clicking that much in this half as that ball thrown into coverage but caught, and Burrow to midfield. Pass to the outside. Breece Hall. First down. Breece Hall's getting a lot of run in the air, on the ground. Now he's going to carry it, and Breece has another first down. Make it 2nd and 12 after a 2-yard loss. Burrow left side. Got a completion. And Jamar Chase has 150 on the game. Burrow read option. He'll keep and he'll slide for 2. How do you stop this talented offense? Stacked offense. Completion for a couple more. 3rd and 1 for the 2-score lead. Burrow in the face of pressure. It's caught for a touchdown. And now down by 10 with just under 4 minutes to play. And this team that made the Super Bowl last year is threatening to go one and done. Deep ball. Cooper got a stab. Couldn't reel it in. 4th and 2. And the run with Blackwell, and he doesn't have it. And this is ridiculous. As Burrow, he's going to be sacked, but you're down by 10 still. As Joe will load up and throw it deep for Breece Hall. It's dropped. And Breece Hall drops the ball. That would have been the game sealer. And the Jets are throwing the challenge flag. I don't know what they're challenging Breece Hall. You can see he just flat out dropped the ball. I mean, it doesn't matter if he got his feet in, which he appears to have gotten a foot down. He didn't even get 2 feet, but they call it a touchdown? What in the world do you mean touchdown? What do you mean touchdown? He dropped it, and I don't even think he got his feet in bounds, but they call it a score. And I mean, if that... Okay. That's going to be game. Toronto scores a touchdown with a minute to go, but it doesn't matter. Jets recover the onside. Like, what? That was one of the worst calls I've ever seen in any Madden ever, I feel like. That is unbelievable. On no planet is that a touchdown. And Joe Burrow ends up with 450 and 4 scores. Cooper has a solid game statistically. It just we go one and done, man. That's brutal. They don't even credit Breece Hall with the receiving touchdown. What do you? They didn't even give him a receiving touchdown for it. What in the world was that? Here's Amari Cooper, 4 years in. This just can't fly. This is not good. 5 games, 10 games, 2 games, 5 games. That means he has missed, what is that? 22 games in 4 years? 22 games in 4. That is literally over 25% of his career he has missed. Including including 2 playoff games. He's played, we have participated in, will there be 6 playoff games. He's missed 2 of them, in which he's been on the team. The Malik Willis game don't count, but like he wasn't on the team then. So with him on the team, we've had 6 playoff games. He's missed 2 of them. Like, this can't fly. We can't get through with that. That's just not going to work. He can't miss almost a third of his career. I don't even know what we can do to change that. Like, you just got to stay healthy. I would, at least the first, 2 years, I would have at least chalked it up to, man, that's just unlucky. But 4 years, 7 injuries, that's not unlucky at that point, it feels like. It's just what he is, maybe. As the Patriots win the Super Bowl over the Giants have been just going crazy. We're at the point now where we're in negative money. We had to restructure some contracts because we have still some expiring deals, including Amari Cooper's expired. He wants a big deal. So here's the issue. We have enough money to sign one guy. Wyatt Shepard is who I'm going to try to prioritize here. He rejects. Then Dante Irving. Okay, let's go on to plan B. Dante Irving, let's keep our cornerback around. We have some corners here, but he declines. That's not good, and we don't have enough money for Nolan Smith, and we're going to have to franchise tag Amari Cooper. On top of that, we need a little bit more quantity. We have the 21st overall pick. There's not players that I'm really loving here at this pick. We're going to trade down to 34 and pick up an extra 3rd and 7th to try to just get more players. Since we're in the negatives, we aren't able to make any free agent signings. We need a linebacker. This dude is about as good of an athlete at the linebacker spot as I have found, and we're going to select him. But losing one of our top guys at linebacker really stinks, especially since this guy's a normal dev. And we'll be fine at cornerback. That's why I really stocked up. We're going to be losing Irving, but it is okay. Dante Cates is going to be who we select here. 23rd in true talent, but normal dev again. And loading up on corner a little bit more because we at least do need another body on the roster to replace him. Andrew Garnes is actually going to be a pretty nice player. Hidden dev out of Wisconsin. So we'll take that. We went up with a little bit more of quantity than quality because we needed to fill out some positions. 3rd string quarterback, long snapper, fullback. But the situation here is Amari Cooper's in a contract year. Again, we franchise tagged him. Can we commit to him long term? He's great. He's amazing. But we don't have the money right now, and we don't have anything that lets us believe that he could be what we hope he can be as finally in year 5. It took him till year 5, but he was fully healthy. And not only that, fully healthy, he wins the MVP. So that just complicates things in a weird way. Obviously that's great, but he just showed us yeah, you play, you are here, you show up, we win 12 plus games and you win an MVP. We know you're great. And maybe this could be the start of the next act of his career where he could stay healthy for the foreseeable future, but it's hard to guarantee that after 1 year. Now let's go and try to figure things out now in the playoffs, and we at least answer the question if he can play a full season. The answer is yes, as long as he doesn't get hurt in the playoffs here. we have at least that answer. So we'll have to figure some stuff out, but we'll focus on what we have at hand here and just see if we can win the Super Bowl and not have to worry about too much thought process beyond this. As in the red zone, down by 4, feels like we start every second half down on the scoreboard, but Cooper to the end zone, caught for the touchdown, and Trent Aldridge. I mean, what a player he's become, from undrafted to just a reliable, nice number 2 player on the receiving corps who just comes up big. We're without our 99 overall tight end Humphreys, but I mean, we'd much rather be without him than be without our quarterback, so we can make up that deficit. It'll be fine. As we faced off against this Colts team before, it was a thrilling 49-46 AFC Championship battle. How about another big-time matchup between these two? Don't think it's going to get to quite as high of a score. 3rd down and 5, as he's a sack by Ben McCormick. And McCormick blossoming into like a literally, like, genuinely a legendary defensive tackle from the statistical standpoint. At least in terms of being a pass-rushing defensive tackle, it's been special. And all these late acquisitions from undrafted player Trent Aldridge, 6th-rounder McCormick, and a couple of these guys, 4th-round pick Ben Blackwell, couple other guys, the 6th-rounder or 5th-rounder right tackle who's a superstar at 6'9". Like, we have just hit so much in the late rounds, as that ball's gonna be into the end zone, just enough for a touchdown. Ben Blackwell will give us a bigger lead here, 23-13. But like, we're proud of the draft picks that we have made, the way that we've been able to hit late in day 3, as that ball knocked away. 4th down, they'll punt it. And this could be a runaway, as this offense is really getting going here. Aldridge has been just the dominant force on this one. Not even Mangus. I mean, we're just going to Aldridge. But I guess if you're the Colts, you'd rather get beat by Aldridge than Mangus, because if Mangus gets the ball, it might be all over for you with the way he moves, the way he runs. We're on to the 4th quarter, and Aldridge is going to have himself another target. That one broken up, and we'll have to punt it away. 2nd down and 11 minutes to go for the Colts as he reaches out for the 1st down. Josh Downs got it right in front of the coach, as it will be 1st down and 10. QB draw slides down, and he'll have a 1st down, as they will keep it moving, needing to cut this down to a 1-score game. Drag route going to be short, and that'll be Jonathan Taylor for a 3rd down and 4 at midfield. Down the middle of the field, that's going to be hung on. Josh Downs again. And Josh Downs is just a career Colt, and he is still thriving past the age of 30, I'm pretty sure, at this point, at the 19-yard line. Tyler Warren for a completion of 5. 3rd down and 5, 7-minute mark, as he's got time. He'll get it out, completed, but short of the marker. 4th and 1. They will take the field goal, so keep it a 1-score game now. I mean, they really could have tried to go for the touchdown first, but I understand. Blackwell for 10, 2nd and inches. Cooper is going to find a receiver, and for once, it's not Trent Aldridge. 2nd down and 5, they go Blackwell again. Blackwell just running through defenders, so hard to bring down. As Cooper down the field, that's going to be reeled in again. Cooper's over 300 on the game, and it'll be at the 10-yard line. We're well on our way to taking a 2-score lead again. Here he is, Mangus, touchdown. Matthew Mangus, always finding the end zone in playoff football like he does in the regular season, as there goes Josh Downs, and will he be caught? He's getting down at the 7. Billups chased him, but now the Colts still alive in that one. That one almost just went for, that would have been like 77 yards. Instead, Colts are going to fumble this opportunity away. It looks like 4th and goal from the 7, and in the end zone, incomplete. And the Colts are going to fall as Blackwell takes the handoff from his own 21. And Bart Blackwell outrunning Sauce Gardner. Bart Blackwell, not the speed demon, but just enough to go 79 yards for a touchdown. And Bart Blackwell icing it 37-16. And that's a great performance by our team top to bottom. Josh Downs really torched us, but that was about it. As we go for 335, 3 touchdowns. Blackwell 150 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. And through the air, Aldridge 120. Mangus 112 and 2 touchdowns. And we will be moving on to the next round. McCormick got the only sack as we take on the Chiefs. This is no Patrick Mahomes, so we don't have to worry about that, but this is still a very talented Chiefs team. They've reloaded with another good quarterback, so can't, just take them lightly just because it is the no Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. We're using some other jerseys. I got some jerseys with a little bit of red lining on it, so, why not bust out these ones as well, since it feels like we're always at home for some reason. I mean, like, even though we haven't been the 1 seed yet, we're always at home. We're always winning the division. We're always getting good, favorable matchups here. But the Chiefs, 10-7, and they are looking for a little bit of revenge from a couple of years back where we took them out in overtime on a 95-yard touchdown as scrambling Chiefs quarterback all the way. He's in. Touchdown. And Freeman just started going, and he didn't stop. As it's 14-7 for once, though. It was nice to see for once. We had a 14-0 lead in the halftime mark, so for once we're actually the one up by double digits. Got an Aldridge in motion as they'll go quick pass, incomplete, and they got helmet on ball there to make it ricochet around 3rd down and 9. Cooper, it's incomplete, and they wanted to test it downfield, but unfortunately not gonna be, as Chiefs take it over, and they'll get 16 yards to start their drive on the run. Freeman to the air, he'll go quick. Rasheed Rice, as Rice will have 7 on the play. 2nd down turns to 3rd down as Freeman, it's going to find Rice again. So, it's the same cast of weapons we're used to. Rice, Xavier Worthy, as there is Xavier Worthy. I guess no Noah Gray, who's no longer a Pro Bowl tight end. I think he probably retired by now. But, we're used to Worthy. We're used to Rasheed Rice getting involved, and they have done a good job reloading this team as they got a completion there. I think Mahomes is actually on the Steelers, which, that probably tracks. The Steelers just getting another washed-up, older version of a good quarterback. Let's just keep our focus here, though. At the 16-yard line, Freeman, 3rd down, and he's going to run again. He already ran for 1 touchdown, and he almost ran for another, but he's at least got him set up from the 6. Pass to the outside, caught Xavier Worthy to the 2. 2nd down and goal for the tie. And nice job to plug that hole and make them lose like 5 on the play. As Freeman, though, doesn't matter. Rasheed Rice, touchdown. A little bit of role reversal here as we're not the ones coming back from down double digits. Not only were we up double digits, but we have now blown the double-digit lead. And we go 3 and out. And things not looking great for us this half. As I guess we traded a whole season of health for Monty Cooper. In exchange, though, we gave up good playoff offense. I don't know. Why can't we just have everything be put together all in one season? Why can't we have, the playoff performance that we've had in years previous with the health that we got this year? As 11 minutes to go, and the Chiefs are throwing for the end zone. Touchdown! Xavier Worthy! And the Chiefs have the lead, 21-14. And Monty Cooper, you got to get to work. Aldridge for the 1st down there. 2nd down from the 37. That pass is caught. There you go. I think that's the backup tight end maybe getting involved there. I mean, we still are missing our 99 overall Humphreys, but Blackwell is got him for 9 on the play. 2nd down and 1. They go handoff again. Blackwell up the middle for a 1st down at the 14-yard line. I think Blackwell's banged up there, but a quick slant finds the end zone. Touchdown. And if our offense is missing 2 of our 399 overalls, that's not going to be good. I mean, Blackwell and Humphreys, both 99s, as they got a wide open receiver, and Rasheed Rice, come on! 56 yards in a blown coverage, busted coverage, whatever you want to call it, as that ball caught on the outside, Matthew Mangus. And yeah, I don't see Blackwell out there. I think we're down both of our other star players, as it's just Mangus, and we have Aldridge as well. But this is rough, as we got to punt the football away. I mean, not to say we need a bunch of 99 overalls to succeed, but you don't want to be missing them, as they're going to go up the middle with the fullback, try to get themselves some space. It's not working, and they go 3 and out there and play in the field position battle. We're going to have the advantage here, but we need to go and find the end zone. It's going to be due to Mangus or maybe Aldridge. We have to find one of them because we don't got our other guys. As that's the 1st down completion of the 24-yard line. Handoff, backup running back, going to have 4 yards on the play. We were down to a minute to go, trying to maybe force overtime here. Throw on the run. It's caught. All right, goal to go. 56 seconds. Trying to force overtime. We're going to run to the 4. Timeout Chiefs. They want some time maybe before. If we score, it's going to get a 1-yard gain at best, but we'll call it back at the line of scrimmage. And there you go. Touchdown for the time, Matthew Mangus. 28-28. Now we just got a hole for overtime, but 37 seconds to play. Worthy for 10 yards. Freeman outside. There's another first down. Rashee Rice over 100. From the 48, Xavier Worthy into field goal range. And the Chiefs just running it, and they're playing it safe. As time expires, field goal is up and good. And we just got knocked out in the playoffs on a game-winning field goal, and we thought maybe this was going to be the year where everything gets put together. We had a healthy quarterback and an MVP, and it just wasn't enough. Cooper throws for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, but Blackwell got hurt in the 4th quarter, and we didn't have our tight end as well. Not going to just say that was the outright reason we lost, but injury troubles have not been on our side, it feels like. No sacks, no picks on either side. But Amari Cooper, I mean, 49 touchdowns, 4,600 yards. And he also ran for 6 more touchdowns as well. Like, he was incredible, like, deserving of the MVP. Finally played a full season. Blackwell was amazing. And Matthew Mangus, he only played 14 games. So Mangus missed 3 games, but he still had 1,700 yards and 23 touchdowns. Not only that, hey, how about tying the sack record? Emmett Batch had 23.5. That is actually tying the sack record. Somebody else had 23.5. I looked. So he only tied the sack record, did not break it. I know Myles Garrett in real life, though, did just break it. So, good on him. I just don't know what more we need. I mean, we got an MVP quarterback. We got a multiple-time 1,000-yard running back, a Hall of Fame receiver, elite tight end, nice offensive line, literally tied the sack record on defense, good secondary, and the Chiefs go on and win the Super Bowl. So, we lost to another Super Bowl winner, which is at least a little bit of a reassurance that we didn't lose to some random team, but that's still not going to make us feel all that much better. So we're able to sign a little bit of the players that we had. We were able to keep 2 of them, but once again, we have to franchise tag Amari Cooper, which leaves us with nothing but just the draft to add to the team. And we are just going to continue to add to the secondary, which I do still think is the weakest part of this team. And we get a hidden dev safety edge rusher as well. Not a speedy guy. This one more of a big, strong athlete at 300 pounds, 91 strength, hidden dev, cornerback, fastest guy in the class, potential undrafted guy, but he seems like he should be a lot better than that. 57th true talent, hidden dev again, and that'll round out the draft class. So nothing crazy, just kind of pick some players to fill out some spots, and here we are, 99 quarterback, 99 running back, 99 tight end, 99 wide receiver, with a 95 D tackle, a 95 edge, an 89 linebacker, 92 corner, and here we are back to old ways. Amari Cooper broke his ribs, and we head to the final week of the season where something crazy happened. So, I was looking, and I'm showing you this because I did not play the game. I was looking just to see Mangus because I was racking up statistics with him, and I was just seeing if he was ending up going to lead the league in all the statistics, and this game popped up, and what in the world is this? This might be the greatest sim game I've ever seen from a receiver. 9 catches, 212 yards, 6 touchdowns. He had 6 touchdowns in 1 game, and I wanted to show you that because I didn't play the game. I was just keeping track of his statistics every year because I was looking at him saying, oh, we might get the rushing leader, the receiving leader, the sack leader. I was like, oh, we're gonna get all the statistical leaders. It's gonna be cool. I kept keeping track week by week. Also, I was going week by week because Amari Cooper can just get hurt at any point. And then all of a sudden I just seen his touchdowns jump to 24, and I was like, was I misreading it? No, I wasn't. He caught 6 touchdowns in a game. We're on to the playoffs. We had a first-round bye. This is the best record that we have had. We are a 13-4 team. We got home field advantage. We're in the divisional round, and we're up 17-7 right now, and this could be our year. Matthew Mangus saving his best, maybe even for last, because he even still, at the older age, 29, 30 years old approaching, he's still incredible. And we're taking on basically an Ashton Jeanty-led Raiders team who so far haven't done a whole lot on offense. 17-3. Jordan Love, the quarterback for the Raiders. A interesting matchup here. Brock Bowers as well still around as Jeanty takes the sweep, goes to the outside, gets some nice blocking, and Ashton Jeanty, he's gone. Touchdown. Jeanty all the way to make it a 7-point game. As we have Cooper, he only missed 4 games, I think, 3 or 4 games as Cooper throws a pick. And this is not what you want to see here, just like against the Chiefs where we were up 14, threatening to lose that 14-point lead pretty soon. But Cooper only missed like 3 or 4 games, so that's still, you know, we can handle that. We still won 13 games. He's here for the playoffs, so just stay healthy. The team is mostly healthy and intact, so we don't have injuries to really write off as an excuse right now. As Jeanty on the carry, tackle for loss. 3rd down and 11, 4 minutes to play in the third. Throw to the outside, and I think we have some injury luck on our side. I didn't see Jordan Love out there. That was somebody else on that 3rd down failure, so we'll see if Jordan Love can return, but if not, that'd be huge for us to get some luck on our side. Armani Cooper with the 1st down completion to Mangus, and then there's Trent Aldridge with the grab. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter as Aldridge. 15 yards, that's his 5th grab of the game, spreading the field, gonna go draw. Here goes Cooper, all the way, touchdown, Armani Cooper on the draw. He's a sneaky good run threat for a guy who isn't like that crazy of an athlete. Like he's got like 81 speed or something like that, but he's not like a dual threat really. As Jordan Love is back, so he's fine. Love is fine, but he did miss that 1/3 down, which, you know, could be pretty crucial here if they can't find points on the board to make it a 1-score game again. As they'll have a 1st down to the 48-yard line, man in motion. They'll go with a double and faked it, and he goes down. Dwayne Billups on the corner blitz as they set up the screen. Jeanty 2nd down and 17. Jeanty is gonna have 11 on the play. 3rd down and 6. Love to the air, and Love down the field, and I think Billups got his hand in there. Incomplete. 4th down and 6. Brock Bowers 1st down at the 32-yard line. Jeanty again on the handoff, slips through. Jeanty 10 yards on the play. 2nd and inches. They sneak it for the 1st down, not taking any risks. I think 2nd and inches, though, it's a good shot down. Instead, they'll just take it there for Jeanty to the 1st down marker. 1st and goal at the 7. Quick pass and falling forward, but he's at the half-yard line. Jeanty finishes off the drive with a touchdown. So 2 rushing touchdowns for Jeanty in this 2nd half and a 2-point conversion. They swing it out to him. Keep it going with Jeanty, but a tackle for a loss. What a tackle there to stop him. 5-point game is what it remains as Blackwell out of the backfield. Cooper trying to put some more points up on the board to seal this one up as Blackwell the edge. Spin move, and he got away from that traffic to somehow get 8 yards. Sneak it on 3rd and 1, and they'll get the 1st down. Cooper from midfield. Play action as he'll throw outside. Got to catch and run, and a 1st down. All right, 24-yard line. How about another 3rd down situation? Cooper outside, and there's a 1st again. In the red zone, can you get the 2-score lead? Can you find the end zone? Aldridge is down to the 3, and to seal this game up potentially, Cooper sacked, fumble, and picked up by the offense. Lineman bails us out a little bit. 3rd down and goal, but you lost a decent amount of yards. You go to the end zone, it's incomplete. You got to settle for a field goal, meaning it's still a 1-score game. Not getting that 2-point conversion really hurt the Raiders because they're going to have to get one here if they want to just tie it up. But they have to find the end zone first. 2 minutes to play from the 43. Love, floating one. And that's nice job to get that in between all 3 defenders along the sidelines as they get another pass this time to the right. 10 yards at the 30-yard line. They'll have 90 seconds to play. Love, keeper. Love, stop. Loss of 3. 3rd down and 3. Love Is gonna float one, knocked away, and the defender came in, forced the incomplete pass, 4th down, and game over. Incomplete. And they couldn't hang on to either one of those to end this game, though. We survive a little bit longer to go on to the AFC Championship once again and trying to get back to a Super Bowl. A nice game from Cooper overall. It's fine. We can take that. But some nice plays by the defense, and as long as we don't run into another player like Ashton Jeanty on the ground, we should be all right, because Jeanty really ripped us apart. But other than that, I thought we played pretty well. We move on to the Denver Broncos, though, and the AFC Championship. Just a step away from having our chance at a little Super Bowl redemption as the Broncos come to town. And can we have a nice performance here? Our team is healthy. We're good. We're, I'd say, even a great team right now. Broncos, another 13-win team. We just barely edged them out for the 1 seed. And they are up 14-10. So this is going to be one of our toughest tasks as play action. Cooper is going to throw for a 1st down. And that was Humphreys with it. As they go from the 44-yard line, Aldridge short gain, 3rd down and 6. Another throw, a lot of passes, floating one deep. It's going to have a pass interference, I think. It might be. Will it be? Yes, it will. Pass interference on the jump ball, and we'll have it at the 1-yard line. A huge call in our favor, and it's stopped in the backfield, loss of 3. Cooper, and sacked again. Now it's going to be a 3rd down and go from the 10. And will we miss out on the touchdown? No, we won't. Nice job to get that one in the window and by the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. Denver, meanwhile, no Bo Nix. It's Emmett Jeffers. And they'll hand it off in the running back. Remember, no R.J. Harvey. It's Jahmyr Gibbs in Denver. That's a little bit more scary than R.J. Harvey. 3rd down and 11 from the 47. As we'll send an extra man on the left side. Blitz, and it'll be incomplete. We'll take it back. We only have 91 passing yards as a team, but we got the lead. The run game's doing its thing. And Cooper, he's going to start eventually, hopefully hitting up. But I say that when he throws an interception. As now Denver, 2nd down and 8 from the 43, sacked. And Batch, the high-paid edge rusher, one of the highest paid in the league, gets off the block again and gets a back-to-back sack plays to stop the drive all by himself. And that's why you pay him the big money. That's why we prioritized him over other players time and time again. This is a guy who had 23.5 sacks previously and is a key player. Blackwell over 100 yards on the game on just 7 carries. Maybe we should give him the ball more as we find Humphreys for a 1st down. And now I formation from the 37. They go play action and no time to throw. It's a sack. 3rd and 16. They set up the screen for Blackwell. Gotta have a long way to go. Get some nice blocking. And he runs through a defender for the 1st down. Met at the marker, and he just won out. What a play to just outmuscle him for the 1st. 3rd down and 2. Can he keep the drive going? Deep Paul caught Mangus on his feet, but gets taken out of bounds. At the 10, we're going into the 4th quarter with the lead, with the ball, down to the 2. 2nd and goal as we'll go to 3rd and go from the 1. Snake it, Cooper, touchdown. And I got to give a lot of credit to Blackwell for that conversion and also Mangus for making the plays that he makes. And that downfield shot was incredible. 24-14 as Denver 1st down run, but they got just 9 minutes to play as they will throw. Jeffers got it completed. He hung on to it. 3rd down and 11, though. Another long-distance situation. And he got pressured, had to get rid of it, and that'll be short of the line, but he got 5 yards on the play. They'll kick it, and they'll be fine making it a 1-score game on the long field goal. So 24-17, and a nice completion. Aldridge. I feel like Aldridge just comes up big at so many key moments. 50-yard line. There is another completion. 3rd down and 1. We could give it to Blackwell here. We won't. We'll throw to Aldridge again. I mean, Blackwell's had so many good plays, and we don't even give him the ball that much. That's another 1st down. Give ball to Blackwell, and he will find the yards that you need as we are threatening to take the 2-score lead. There it is. Trent Aldridge again. 31-17 with 3 minutes to go in Jeffers. And this Bronco offense has 4th down, and they'll throw it deep. Last hope, last chance, incomplete. Denver might not be able to get this done. And how about adding to our lead? And a 34-yard touchdown to end it. 38-17. Toronto is going back to a Super Bowl, and this time trying to get the job done. 25 of 29. Blackwell averaged 9 yards a carry while also having 41 yards receiving. And a great game from Blackwell, a great game from Cooper. Batch had 2 sacks. A couple of other guys got involved in the party as well. And this could be it. Super Bowl. And finally, another chance after making it a couple of years ago. Last time around, we took on Jackson Dart and the Giants, and he lit our defense up. This time around, we are in a very, very heavily rainy Super Bowl against the Atlanta Falcons, one of the best the NFL has to offer. We won 13 games. They won 12. They are going to be the only thing standing in our way. Maybe also the rain. Look at how much it is. Just a awful environment to be playing a Super Bowl in. Well, we just got to make do with what we got. We're all playing on the same surface. It's even playing field, but it is a lot of rain. Throwing it deep. We're up 21-14. It's a little hard to see, but it's an incomplete pass, and Toronto will have to punt. Atlanta, Bijan Robinson. I mean, we've had a tough road. Our running backs that we have faced are literally Ashton Genty, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Bijan Robinson. So our run defense put to the test, and the pass defense up to the challenge as well. McCormick with the sack. Batch got in there as well, and we'll take it over 21-14. Still your score as Cooper with 3 touchdowns so far, looking to add on to it. Completion there for a first down, nearing 200 yards on the game. It's actually been not so great on the ground for Blackwell, but he's getting the screen here for a double-digit yarder and another first down. But a handoff to Blackwell. He averaged over 9 yards a carry last game, and now running through a defender here. All that to get him up to just under 3 yards a carry on this one so far, but he's going to try to heat up in this third quarter with a 9-yarder run there. Up to 40 on the game as Cooper running, throwing it back across the field. There it is! Caught! Down to the 1. Aldridge over 100 yards on the day, and from the 2 to punch it in. Blackwell can't get in. He loses 3. Goal to go. Third down. Incomplete. And will settle for a field goal. Aldridge was a half a yard out from scoring, and when we got down there, we could not finish the job. Still, though, a 2-score lead is massive here late in this third quarter. Like I said, especially under these conditions where it's going to be hard to move the football. It's going to be hard to throw it, and that underneath ball is going to be caught. And he's got the first down at midfield. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. They'll go with a handoff. Bijan Robinson is staying on his feet. Bijan, first down. I mean, like I said also, this run defense has been tested in the playoffs. You're facing arguably the 3 best running backs in the entire league as Bijan slips a little, goes down for 8. As they'll run it again. Backup checks in, and he'll have a first down. We are on to the last play of the third quarter with another Bijan Robinson run. Gets to the outside. Bijan in the red zone. Inside the 10. Down to the 4. We'll head to the fourth quarter with first and goal Falcons. From the 4-yard line outside. Bijan Robinson with the catch and a touchdown. Bijan just ripping this defense apart. And now Cooper with a 3-point lead is going to find Humphries, and Humphries to the 49. Just like that, the passing attack coming back to give us a chance to score some more. I don't know how the field goals are going to look like in these conditions, but we're near field goal range as Blackwell runs through a defender, and he'll only use that to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it's third down and 3. Cooper outside, and he's got it caught. I can't even see who caught it. It's that foggy out. Second down and 6, completed to Aldridge. Third down and 2, 28-yard line as we're taking our time, effectively running up this ball, but we're going for it up 4th and 3. It's risky. It works. Trent Aldridge again. He's got 10 catches. And leading on the undrafted receiver, Blackwell runs for another 6 yards. This has been a long drive. Pop pass, Aldridge How about an 11th catch? 3rd down and 5. Cooper! And how about finding Humphries now at the 10? This has been an incredible drive as running through a defender. Blackwell. 5 more. 5 yards out. Cooper throws it to Blackwell, who loses 6 on the play. 3rd and 11. Can you get the 2-score lead? Cooper hit as he's throwing it. It's incomplete. Gotta settle for the field goal. And still, though, that was a lot of time ran out on that drive, and a great drive. Falcons, though, 6-point game. They can break our hearts here, and they've had plenty of time to sit on the sidelines and just watch and plan. 3.5 minutes to go. Bijan Robinson on the carry. Robinson running through a defender, but still all that, just 3 yards. 3 minutes have hit as Robinson on the carry again. Batch got in there. Tackle for loss. 3rd down and 8 as they'll throw. It's time. It's broken up, and we could end it here, maybe. 4th down, and the Falcons up top. It's knocked away. Billups and company there. We got the ball back. It's so close to putting this one in the record books and the history books as Blackwell gets 8. Handoff. Blackwell again. He's fighting. Falling forward. 3rd and 1. Cooper sneaks in. And one more 1st down will end it. It's play action. Cooper has got the first. Not quite. 2nd and inches. 2-minute warning is hit. Around Blackwell breaks a tackle. Not going to get it. That's 3rd and 1 for the game. Blackwell, 1st down. Game over. It's going to happen. The Super Bowl trophy is going to be coming to Toronto. And we'll take it home. Kneel the ball. And this game is all over. And despite having a lot of hurdles thrown our way, I mean, we started with 0 players at a different country, and we leave here less than a decade later with a Super Bowl trophy in the rain, where it took us having 2 number 1 overall picks, I mean, both of which were incredible players. Our quarterback missing a quarter of his career due to injury because of how many times he got injured. He ended up with, I believe, is it 8 injuries in 6 years? 9 injuries in 6 years? Like, he got hurt a lot. It was a lot to go through. But we ended up with not only a Super Bowl trophy, but, I mean, one of the greatest wide receivers that I have ever seen in Madden, in Matthew Mangus, but we'll get to the career stats in a second here. Cooper had a nice Super Bowl performance. Aldridge, from undrafted to Super Bowl hero for us, 11 grabs. McCormick, 6th round pick, 1.5 for Amari Cooper, wins Super Bowl MVP. I can't even really put into words just how many crazy players we had in this. I mean, so Cooper ended up missing 4 games again, and I mean, this is such a weird career to look at when you look at a guy who played 6 years and has that type of resume. But how about Bart Blackwell? We'll start with him. This is a guy who ran for 5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, finally put up double-digit touchdowns, and had an actually like insane year, about 1,700 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns. Like, we really leaned on him this year. He came up big and averaged 7 yards a carry. Matthew Mangus, what a player. Unbelievable. Trent Aldridge as well. Look at this for a career. I mean, he played a full 8 years, 2 1,000-yard seasons, and just was a nice complimentary piece. Came up big in the playoffs. Matthew Mangus, though, I mean, 900 yards as a rookie, and then from then on, 1,300 yards from every year on. 20 receiving touchdowns plus in 5 consecutive seasons. And how about this as well? Ben McCormick. I mean, this is an incredible defensive tackle. 20 sacks. He had 20, 15, 10, 11, 9, 9.5. Defensive Player of the Year. This is one of the best pass rushing defensive tackles I have ever seen. Emmett Batch tied the sack record. And look at his career. 8+ sacks in every season, including 5 consecutive 11+ sack seasons and a Defensive Player of the Year on his resume as well. Just unbelievable players that we were able to find. And somehow also 6 receiving touchdowns in a game. Only tied the record. Somebody else didn't. But how about Amari Cooper, who what do you have as a career narrative on this dude? A guy who missed, I believe, 26 regular season games, had like 8 or 9 injuries in 6 years, but the one season he played fully healthy, he won MVP. And when he made it to the playoffs, generally he played good, and now he has Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. Matthew Mangus in 8 years has 145 touchdowns, 11,000 yards, almost 12,000. Like, genuinely one of the best receivers I've ever seen. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next. If you want to see me, do an expansion team somewhere else, or rebuild, or whatever the case is, like, comment, and subscribe, as all that stuff is super helpful. And I will see you guys all in the next one.